Okay, my friends. Well, my friends, the Game Award nominations just came out a couple hours ago. So I thought it would be fun if I went through every category one by one in order and voted on them. And you could watch me vote, because how exciting would that be? You would be so excited to watch me do this. The Game Awards themselves will be live on December 12th. I used to look forward to them, but after how annoying Keeley was last year and how obviously he was with his favoring Sony over Xbox was just so obnoxious. Even the nominations right here kind of shows you where this show is already leaning towards. There we go for the Game of the Year noms. Astrobot, which is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Blatro, I don't know. I haven't played that. This one, Black Myth Wukong, is currently a PlayStation only, but I think it's coming to Xbox. This one is DLC, and I don't think it should be there at all. Personally, Shadow of the Ad Tree from Elden Ring, a game that came out 2 years ago. It's DLC, should not. Point blank, period. That's my Final Fantasy Rebirth, didn't play it, only on Sony. Metaphor ReFantasio, played the demo a little bit. Didn't really do it for me. This is the same team that did Persona 5 Royal, which is an awesome game, and it's similar to that in a way. I think I prefer the way Persona 5 was over this, but I'm going to vote for it because it's the only game on this entire list that I've actually played a little bit of, and it is really good, and people really love it. At this time, I think it's only on Xbox, so I'm biased. I'm going to do what every other person does, vote for something because it's on the console that I like. This is the second category in 29. And as you can see, best game direction, the exact same nominations in the exact same order. Metaphor, Rifandas, best narrative. Oh yeah, definitely Senua's Saga 2. Any category that Senua's in, I'm voting on. Because yes, that is an Xbox exclusive. But if you've seen the game, it's absolutely mind-blowingly incredible to look at for a console game. The graphics are unreal. It's incredibly cinematic. And yes, it is a super short game. It's a very short game. But if you have Game Pass, you could play it on, which is another thing that people should be aware of. This game is on Game Pass, so you could play it for $20 a month as opposed to 80, 90 for the actual game. Again, more games I never played, only played Metaphor, so I will vote for that. Best score and music, Metaphor. Oh, I definitely Senua Saga. But if you play that game, I haven't played with headphones, but it does actually recommend you to play with headphones. Very rarely does a game actually say, hey, you should definitely wear headphones when you play this. It does because of the way they manipulate the audio to have it surround you with stuff like that. So definitely Senua Saga for that. Best performance, by far, Melena Juergens. Okay, yeah, I don't know these people's performances, but I swear to if this lady doesn't win for best performance, then I'm never watching the Game Awards ever again. This lady was absolutely phenomenal. If you've seen the game, seriously, it's like she put herself through mental hell, and that she's not even acting it to a point. It's almost like she's just not acting anymore. And this game is about mental health, which is also a really important thing to touch on. So it has a great message. But Melina herself is incredible, and I really hope she wins and gets more work from this and more nominations for things. Innovation in accessibility. Another category for games I never really played. I have played Diablo 4, but not recently, and I did check out Black Ops 6 only because it was on Game Pass. I would never buy a Call of Duty game on its own, but I was actually really impressed with the menu system they had and the sheer amount of options. It was almost overwhelming the amount of options they had, but I was actually legit impressed with what they were doing with the menus, and they had this really cool option that I hope other games do where you can kind of make a quick menu of all your most used menu options. I thought that was an awesome idea. I played Diablo 4 too, and I really liked that game, but that little option alone in Flops where you could make a mini menu of all your most used menu options, I thought that was great. I love that. Games for Impact. Thought-provoking games with a pro social. Definitely Senua Saga. It's loading a little slow because I'm actually downloading Genshin Impact on my Xbox right now, and it's 100 stinking gigs. Best ongoing. All right, this is another category that gets on my nerves, but at least this year these are actual ongoing games. Not like last year where they gave best ongoing to DLC, but I'm gonna go with Diablo 4 because the only one I've played, and it is good, and it is and it is an ongoing game. We're not even halfway through yet. Eventually, I'm going to get to one that I actually really care about the most, which is best adaptation. We'll get to that one. Best community support. Maybe I should be reading this part. I don't know. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness. I'll go with BG3 because it's the only game on here that I've played, and it's fucking amazing. So, and I won Game of the Year last year. Best independent. I haven't played any of these games at all. So some of these I haven't even heard of. The only game here I've heard of is Balatro. and I have no idea what that game's even about. Because I don't know anything else than that, I'll vote for Balatro. Best debut game, The Plucky Squire. I actually watched some video of this, and it looks really cool. Haven't played it, but it looks cool, so I will vote for that one. Best mobile for the best game playable on a mobile device. I'll go with Balatro again. Just because like they're indie, and the guys who make Genshin are obviously way huger than this mobile team that whoever made this. You gotta support indie. Indie's like driving the industry now. Best VR, definitely not played any of these games. I guess I'll go with Batman just because I like Batman, and I heard it's a pretty good game. Best action game, only game I played on here is Blops. The Warhammer 2, which I haven't played yet, but I want to, looks fucking sick, and I've heard good things about it. I guess I'll give it to Prince of Persia. This game actually came out at the beginning of the year, so unfortunately, a lot of games get completely forgotten about because they came out earlier in the year. But I heard this is really good. Best RPG. Once again, none of these games I've played. A little bit of that. People are claiming that Dragon's Dogma 2 is pretty great. I'll just give it to that one. I'll give it to the Mete 4. Best fighting. Haven't played any of these. Haven't played a fighting game in a million years. But I'll give it to that one because it's Capcom. And who has more classic fighting games than Capcom? Nobody. Best family. Plucky Squire. Just because I don't dislike Nintendo, but best sim strategy. Haven't played any of these. Really couldn't give an opinion on any of these at all. I did play Unicorn Orbital for a second, but I was not a fan of the auto battling thing. I don't get down with that. Haven't played these, but I have played NBA 2K4 and it's awesome, so 5 is probably the same thing. Best multiplayer. Didn't know that had multi. I don't know. I mean, it'll probably be Blops, but I'll give it to Warhammer just because. Here you go. This is the category I've been waiting for. Best adaptation. Now, obviously, I'm going to vote for Fallout, and I hope it wins. I really hope it wins. But I could see Arcane winning. It won the first year it came out, a couple years ago, and I haven't watched it yet. I'm sure it's great. Haven't seen Knuckles. I did watch this, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and it's good, but it feels like there's zero connection to the games at all, other than like similar names. Tomb Raider, Legend of Laura, glanced at it, wasn't doing it for me. I pray that this wins, but I would not be surprised if Arcane wins. Most anticipated game, oh by far, GTA 6. If I could see the voting for this, like in a graph of some sort, GTA 6 would probably be all the way over with everything else. Not even close. Get Metroid Prime 4. They were trying to make a Metroid Prime 4 for like 4 years. Another category, I have no clue who any of these people are. No idea. I'll just vote for him because whatever. Don't know who that guy is. Don't know what he does. Hopefully he's not creep. I don't want to be supporting no creep. Best esports game? Once again, no idea. No clue. Don't know. I can't believe Counter Strike's still around. I'll give it to Counter Strike just for being around for still long. And Dota 2, which has been around for like 10 years. Okay, more people I have no clue who they are. None of these guys don't even know what they play. Give it to that dude. Best esports team? Ugh. Just because I voted for him, I'll vote for his team. Why not? 3 rounds, 3 chances to vote. There's another round that opens on the 2nd. Then round 3 is on the 9th, which is only a couple days before the actual show. I get to vote again. We'll let you know when each round opens for voting. But why does round 1 have 30? And does vote for 10 meaning it vote at least for 10 or only vote for 10? I didn't watch the live announcement, so I'm sure he explained whatever that means, but I don't know what it means. But that was my amazingly fun to watch. So yeah, that's my going through the nominees for this year's Game of the Year, or this year's. We'll find out in less than a month who wins. December 12th, I believe, is the day. It'll be live streamed. The last 2 years were kind of a shit show. I mean, we got last year with Keeley basically forcing the guy who won Game of the Year off the stage, which I fucking made me so mad. The Baldur's Gate 3 guy who was in the middle of giving out an impassioned speech, and then the music plays in, and you're like, you gotta be kidding me. And they'll probably have Kojima back just so Keeley can lick his balls for half an hour and then waste more time. And then the year before that, 2022, some stupid little snot ran on stage while the Elden Ring guys were accepting Game of the Year award. And this little a-hole runs up on stage, and now he's like quote unquote famous for doing that, when meanwhile he should be in jail. But okay. But at least that got them upping their security. This year, we will see what happens. And the only one I actually care about winning is Fallout for Best Adaptation. What about you guys? Did you vote at all on any of this? Do you care about the Game Awards? I mean, they are kind of a BS award show, I'm not going to lie. It's just one giant marketing scheme. They spend more time on advertising and showing, new games or getting any new announcements than actual awards. Like sometimes they'll go through a couple categories in like 2 seconds. Here's the nominees, here's the winner. Here's the nominees, here's the winner. Back to another 3-hour conversation with Kojima. Keely has got like a crush on that guy, and he will do anything to have him on anything. Let me know in the comments if you voted or not. Let me know what you think of all the nominees. Is there any game that wasn't even on any of these categories that you think should be? Let me know below. But don't forget to like and subscribe and keep gaming.